Hello, everybody. Welcome back. It's JudiciousFire, and I am here with my friend Heartbreaker. Heartbreaker is back. She's got a modern build. She's at max everything. She's all decked out with a critical component as well as massive crit damage on top of her normal attack. She's critting into the millions. She's taking out entire dungeons all by herself. She is also a prize member of the Lost Battlefield team and can be very helpful in that respect, and someone I recommend in that kind of a game mode. If you could hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell, you'll know when these videos come out. Let's take a look at Heartbreaker. Heartbreaker is at skill 14. She is at talent level 10. She's got a max pet. She's got max skins. She's got the whole deal. She's coming in about 62,000 approximately in terms of her attack. She's got relatively low health, but a very nice healing process. She has a very high attack speed. She also has a pretty good movement speed. She's a fast hero. I have her with an accuracy build. She's a hero killer. I believe to have dodge is best on support heroes. Heroes that you want to remain alive and that are not there to provide hero damage, but to provide a platform for your heroes to do damage. She's a hero killer. I would use her like a surgeon. You drop her specifically where you want her, specifically next to the hero that you want her to kill, and she can do that with the accuracy, regardless really of what the dodge rate is on these enemies. You can put a pet on there to add even more accuracy. I believe with hero killers, it begins with accuracy. What does it matter unless they're actually hitting the enemy? So accuracy build, you see a relatively high critical level. Crit on a hero is going to provide the chance to provide a critical hit. So the higher that number crit, the better chance your hero has of actually performing a critical in combat. That crit damage is outrageous. She is already built in with the ability to provide extra critical damage on top of the critical damage that most heroes provide. And with many heroes, even through the Breakthrough 30 process, they will only be at 1200 crit damage. She's now at 17. And that's even before her insignia, which I'll show in a moment, has even activated. That crit damage is going to be basically one-shotting the majority of heroes. It will only have trouble with damage-capped heroes. And you can see a relatively normal crit resist rate. I have her with Brute Force. So we got the Vigorous Fury talent to give her that extra critical ability. It'd be 90% on top of the 1,000 that she already has. But now she gets a bigger attack as well as a larger critical damage multiplier in addition to her own. And it makes her very, very lethal. We have equipment. I'm going with hyper strength. I want her to kill and to kill quickly. I want her to hit into the millions. I want her to take out whole armies. She can do that with hyper strength. She is not really benefiting from the energy regain rate. She has a cooldown, but she's getting a 65% attack bonus. So it makes it well worth it. Go into traits, and it's an all accuracy build. Let's give Heartbreaker a try. Heartbreaker, we're going to use her in Insane 710. I do this to illustrate a variety of things. Number one, she is able to solo every single dungeon in Castle Clash, with the exception of the Insane 8 series. On the Insane 8 series, I can deck her out with a bunch of stuff like Nimble, Blade Dance, etc., a dodge pet, and she'll survive just fine. She won't take any hits. She'll just sit there. But that's all she'll do. Just sit there. She does not do damage from such a distance that you're going to accumulate 3 flames. She can only attack that nearby area. It's about a dozen squares ahead of her. And that's about it. So not a preferred hero for that game mode. I also want to show off her amazing stun immunity. She's a one-woman army, a one-woman show through all the dungeons in CC based on the fact that stun does not affect her. Now, there are many ways to shut down a hero. There's Coma, there's Paralyze, there's Petrify, there's Entangle, there's all this stuff. But in terms of what towers do, stun, they will have no effect on her. So she's able to continue attacking and attacking. You see that basically every attack has a critical component to it. She's running the crit. Doesn't really have any kind of damage reduction of any kind. Extra health from Vigorous Fury. A really nice healing process. But she is set for hero killing. Many of these heroes she's able to take out with one hit. Others that have a little bit higher health pool, she takes out with two. So you see she's hitting into the high hundreds of thousands to the low millions per critical, and again and again and again because of that high attack speed. Let's try her in Lost Battlefield. Let's see what she can do. And let's see what she can do with a slightly different setup for player versus player combat. Okay, we are ready now for Lost Battlefield. I have switched to her second talent, which I keep as a Revitalize. Revite for the fact that in any player versus player mode, she will pretty much kill everybody that you're facing up against, with the exception of the damage-capped heroes. But in order to do that, she needs to activate her skill immediately. She's a bit like a freight train. She's very, very slow to start, but once you get her going with something like a Revite, it's pretty much impossible to stop her. She also has a very high crit damage pet, and in terms of her insignia, just for fun, let's do a 10 slowdown. Her high attack rate will make that a very effective talent. I can run almost anything, and that's the glory of the Revitalize. You can do almost anything. Let's go up against the top teams. She's my middle team. All right, let's give it a try. How are we gonna do? I think she got killed in the initial blast and impact from Cosmo, but was revived. I have a reviver on every team. It's a really nice thing about having 3 really good revivers in the game. You can put one on each team. All your heroes come back. 570. Let's go with. Let's keep her on team. Let's keep her on team 2. Okay. Let's see what happens. Team 2. It's my Bloody Mary team. Let's see how. Oof. There we go. And we just have this Rosaline. She's out. Okay, now we're going to move to our Heartbreaker team. I can see HB doing her thing. Also see Mahatma doing a lot of stuff back there. Getting kind of frozen up a little bit, but seems to be fine. Move on. And let's refresh once. 548. See if we can get higher than 550. 507. This is my luck. It's my refresh luck. Okay, let's try Heartbreaker first, and we'll try the Ashura team second. We got a Zeph and all this stuff. See Heartbreaker. Now, she went out after taking out 1 or 2 heroes. She's going to come back. She's back. She's attacking Ronin. She's out again. But I would classify Heartbreaker in today's day and age against the top heroes, Breakthrough 30, Max Skill, all this. I would classify her very much as a, like the hero assassin version of Minotaur Chieftain. Meaning Minnow exists for one reason, and that's to do base damage. Once he does a skill activation, typically he's dead. It's kind of like that with this setup and Heartbreaker. Wow, it came down to sweet goodness. And once she gets a skill activation off with that Revite, takes out 2 or 3 heroes, 1 or 2, whatever it may be. Now all of a sudden she finds herself being taken out pretty quickly. Not running her with damage reduction of any kind. She has a wonderful healing process, just like a Rosaline has a wonderful healing process. But Rosa gets a huge damage reduction, and Heartbreaker does not. She's not receiving that kind of insulation from damage. Let's see what we got. I got my Bloody Mary in there. I got my creation, all this stuff. I should be going out pretty quick. Okay, there we go. All right, let's move on. 542. I got one refresh. I'm going to get 507 if I refresh. I know it. Let's set her as Team 2. We'll use Heartbreaker on the second attack. I saw that Cosmo, and I thought, I don't want to get all wrapped up. Be one or two more hits. Oh, we got a Dove Keeper back there. That's going to be difficult. It's probably going to be one of these stealth doves. We'll end up timing out. Probably take a loss on this one due to the time factor. It really made no sense to me why Lost Battlefield has a 45-second time frame and every other game mode in Castle Clash is a 3-minute battle. Did we get it? Yes. All right. Actually took that dove out. That's really nice. You're having trouble with doves, with Zephs, things like this, stealth heroes in Lost Battlefield, you got to have melees on your team. And honestly, if you're going to have melees on your team, it's pretty useless with one hero with melees. You got to have at least two heroes, even on a 5-person team like Lost Battlefield. Without two heroes with melees, you're going to find that the heroes that you're fighting are not really under the effect of melees. And that is because a hero like Dovekeeper, all of her love doves count as heroes that can be affected by melees. And you'll see that all those love doves are getting meleesed, and it's useless. It distributes the melees effect over too many heroes. So you got to have at least two heroes with melees if you want to actually impact the heroes you're fighting. See, Heartbreaker, she's taking out everybody now. She's going to go out. Boom, got her. Got him. Got everybody. Player versus player for doing something like I just did. And I would also use her in something like a Dungeons. I think that she is a very effective hero in that sense. But you will find if attacking the top bases with the top heroes, especially heroes that auto-proc, you will find that she gets fed her hat very, very quickly. She is not immune to silence. One Ripper on base, she's just a floating ham sandwich. And that's it. Okay, she's a meat shield. And she'll be immediately annihilated. So you gotta worry about that. I would not use her in like a Guild Wars for base attacks in that way. I would just use her for specific game modes where instant skill activation or really high critical rate serve you well as a player. Thank you, Heartbreaker, and happy post-Valentine's Day, and happy holidays to everybody out there in Castle Clash land. I hope to check you during the holiday break with several Guild Wars, maybe a live stream, something like that. We'll sip hot cocoa. We'll talk about heroes in this game. We'll look at the new update that's coming, and we'll enjoy another day of CC. Thanks, everybody, and happy clashing. Bye-bye.